So recently I've been buying different base plates in the Arca-Swiss design that you would put your cameras on and stuff. And then this uh, would fit into an Arca-Swiss compatible mount. And one of the things you guys know is that these D-rings, the quarter 20 tripod D-rings that you get on all these, the way they're put in is they have to have a threaded end on the hole, which is down here. Once they thread this on, then it freely slides back and forth. But how many times do you find it where it slides down and it partially gets caught into the threads? Now you got to screw around with it and bring it back out. Well, I've been doing something for years. I'm going to show you how I take care of that issue. And here's a close-up of what I'm talking about. You'll see how that's tapped quarter 20. Nowhere else is it. But that's tapped quarter 20, so that way the manufacturer has a way, and you have a way of replacing those D-rings if you have to. But in the meantime, they're kind of a pain in the ass when they slide down there and get caught. And so let me show you what I do. So here's what you're going to need, guys. Loctite thread locker blue, number 242. Notice the word removable. You don't want anything that says permanent. You want this just to be enough to hold that, and if you ever want to take it out, you can. You are going to need quarter 20 by quarter inch long cup point socket set screws. You will need a 1/8 inch Allen wrench. I use a Bondus brand exclusively. I love their stuff. When I was in tool and die, I used to use those. You just can't break them. They're excellent. But you can use anything. Again, I always like to use high quality Allen wrenches because you can damage the head of the set screw if they're poor quality and they round over. But anyways, so 1/8 inch and you're ready to do the job. And lastly, you will need your Arca plate. Now, it doesn't have to be anything will work. It doesn't have to be the Arcus type. Any plate that has D-rings on it, that has the quarter 20 tripod screw D-rings, will have to have a quarter 20 at some point to put that on. So you can do this for anything. It doesn't have to, just be the Arca. You're going to want Kleenex, and I like Kleenex because it's just the right texture, the right amount of it's not heavy and it's not too light to wipe off any residue of the Loctite blue. So make sure you have one or two available. You will need that. So what I'm going to do is take my set screw, and I'm just from the top side going to just start it so it catches. Hang on here. Right there. I just want this to catch a little bit before I go any further with it. Next, you're going to take your Loctite. Well, I gotta hold that back. And I'm just going to put a little bit on these threads. Well, actually a little bit too much went on there. And then I will take, let me take my Kleenex already and just wipe that a little bit here on this side. Alright, now I'm going to just take this and run it down until it is past this aluminum surface. You want it just below that. In fact, let me wipe off a little bit right here so I can see it. And that looks to be it right there. Double check. Yep, that's perfect. And I'm just going to leave whatever's on the other side. I'm not going to worry about that. And just let that dry. And I'm going to let that dry overnight, at least for 12 hours. Let that set up and you're good to go. So let's see what we've accomplished. Okay, on this one, it's a long plate. You've got 2 D-rings, and I've marked where the 1/4 20 tapped holes are in each one. So here, it can slide down, get caught in there, and if it's being, you know, in a bag or somewhere, and it kind of sticks, and some, I've actually had them where they start to thread down, and then you got to screw with them, thread them up. So what we've done here is totally eliminated the possibility of that ever happening, because that comes down there and it hits, it can never go into the 1/4 20 threaded hole. So there you have it, boys and girls. A simple, easy fix, and will end the frustration when you're using those plates. Now here's what that looks like from the top side. And then what it looks like on the bottom. And the 1/4 inch length works beautiful. It's not too short, not too long. Just to be clear, while this is setting up, that thread lock is setting up, I leave them sitting flat at least for about 12 hours. And then you'll see here I have a piece of paper. You don't want to do this on something that that might get on. So this way, when you're done, you just take the paper, throw it out, or whatever you want to use, just to make sure that it doesn't get on anything, any surface that you wouldn't want to have that on, that thread lock.